Hi, everybody, and welcome to Pop Therapy, a podcast where we explore the intersection between psychology and pop culture. There's so much to unpack. So let's get started. Well, if it isn't another podcast episode, hi, it's me, Omar, your friendly neighborhood therapist. And I was debating on talking about Heated Rivalry because it's like everywhere. There's just so much content out there right now, reaction content and commentary on it. And I was sort of like, do I really want to hop on the bandwagon and talk about it? And I mean, whatever. I kind of do. So I don't necessarily want to do a deep dive. What I do want to talk about is something that I've noticed. So my boyfriend the other day asked me, or was basically kind of like talking out loud about how many of his friends and how many people he knows is talking about Heated Rivalry as if it is a cinematic masterpiece, like Golden Globe, Emmy Award winning piece of television. And while we both like it, we're not like, oh my gosh, this should win every award, but we're thoroughly entertained. He's like, wow, people are talking about this show the way they talked about, The Sopranos or Sex and the City, just like this is peak television, right? And he is confused by that. And I thought about it. And one thing that I'm noticing, and I said this to him, is I think the show is providing a lot of catharsis for queer people, for gay men. I'm seeing a lot of people navigate all these really intense emotions coming up for them. And more than just the sort of soapy aspect of the show, I'm noticing a lot of gay men kind of like relive a part of their life when they were still in the closet, or relive that part of their life where they came out to their parents, or relive that part of their life when they finally felt seen or they finally felt like they could be themselves. And that, I think, is what a lot of folks are responding to. Of course, folks are responding to the horniness. Don't get me wrong. I know they're responding to the horniness, but I'm seeing really, really deep emotions being accessed while watching the show. And I think there's like a lot of healing going on. And I don't know if the show meant to do this or not. I'm not the creator, but it does seem unexpected, to be honest with you. All this catharsis that I think is happening, people reliving really, really difficult times and reliving first loves and reliving coming out. And I think that's what's happening here, is that there's like inner child work going on while watching this very, very horny show. But there's like a lot of inner healing and inner child work that's going on. That's what it seems like. That is my theory. I have no idea, but I just wanted to put that out there. Let me know if the show has been healing for you and in what ways. I'm really curious to know, just like outside of the obvious titillating aspects of the show, what else it is about it that is, accessing or helping folks access really, really deep parts of their own psyche and emotions. It's really fascinating stuff. I highly recommend it. Heated Rivalry, if for nothing else than the soapy kind of telenovela-ness of it all, which I love. I can't get enough of it. So yeah, Heated Rivalry on HBO, baby. Check it out. This is not sponsored, by the way, so don't yell at me. With that being said, I'm really, really excited to introduce our guest. I will let him talk more about it, but just to give you a little bit of a lowdown, we have with us the founder of Everywhere is Queer, which is a free public resource that I will let him chat a little bit more about. But again, y'all, we're so lucky to have him here with us. Please welcome into your hearts, Charlie Sprinkman.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Oh my God. I am dying to comment on what you just said. All the things.
Okay, so you've been watching.
Okay, I watched it all.
Okay, same.
Omar, I watched it with my mom for Christmas.
Wait, we might have to have a separate episode with you just to talk.
Like, I told my mom that this is going to be super sexual, all these things. And like, we have a whole other episode to talk about this. I was raised conservative Catholic. I'm going to give you 2 sentences. Conservative Catholic, like rural
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin,
right? Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
Like my mom, super conservative our whole life, recently liberal, basically because of me coming out. Like what? I'm 29. That was like 8 years ago.
Wow.
And like it's been a journey. And like this is the first like gay thing I'm watching with my mom. Like this happened last week. No,
Oh,
like 3 days ago. And
that
when I was
is
home for Christmas, every day we watched an episode.
how
And the
okay.
sixth episode came out on like the last day.
I did not see that coming. I did not think you were going to say that.
We were sobbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
please tell me what it was
oh
like
my God.
to watch that with your mom, especially the hypersexual parts. I mean, what was that like?
I mean, I was like cringing the whole time. I'm like, I was like, is this too much? Is this too much? And she
Yeah.
was like, okay, I'm gonna make my mom sound like this super liberal badass woman, and I love her with my full heart. But like, no, I was like, is this too much? And she was like, you watched straight people having sex your whole life. Like we
Work.
can watch gay people have sex too.
Yeah.
Like normalize gay sex, you know?
Oh, okay. She does sound like a badass, your mom.
I mean, she is. She is. She is. She is.
Okay, so she was like, I'm on board. I'm good. I'm
she's
good.
like, they're hot.
Yeah.
This is easy on the eye.
She's like, I'm having a blast, so don't
Yeah,
you
she's
worry
like,
about
she's like,
me.
that Ilya's body, you know? Yeah.
Were there any moments in particular where you were just the two of you were just like sobbing with one another? Like any
mean,
moments come to mind?
My mom just kept saying, like, it's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad that,
Yeah.
that she's like, no one should have to go through this. Like, no, she just like kept saying it. And I'm like, millions of people are going through this today.
Today, right now. Yeah, as we speak.
And it's just like, yeah, I think she just was like, this is really, really crazy. And we like we had conversations like for us, like being raised super Catholic. My mom like just did what our community did, which like everyone was Catholic in her family and her siblings. And my mom wasn't like super into it. She was like, Catholic church is boring, you know?
Yeah.
And like we've now no one's Catholic in my immediate family.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, she's just like religion is so can be really intense. And like we're really speaking on behalf of like Catholicism. And I know that there's like healthy Catholicism that is like queer accepting, and there's Catholic churches that do accept queer people, and you know, but where we went, it was not that. And the Catholic church that I was raised in. We talked about that.
What a full circle moment to go from that history, super religious and Catholic, to watching two hot, muscular men go at it over and over and over again. And then have these, what sounds like these lovely, meaningful conversations just about the themes and the topics.
Okay, so we also talked about like after I personally have now done like 7 years of therapy, I am so much more into Hollander, Shane, than I am Ilya.
100. Oh my God, Charlie.
Like I posted on my Instagram story, I'm here for Hollander. And I know everyone's posting photos about Ilya and his body. I will take Hollander in
any day of the week. I am so glad you made the connection of like your own personal growth and liking Hollander, Shane Hollander, because I agree. I think in my 20s, I would have been like, oh my God, Ilya. The like
100%.
The unavailable one, the meme. Yeah, of course. I wouldn't kick him out of bed for, messing up the shits. But like, but he is obviously the more unavailable one, at least on the show, right? He's like the more unavailable one. He's mean. And I just remember thinking, oh, that would not fly with me today. I would be like, no, I'm good. I don't like this. But Shane is just like so cute and thoughtful and romantic
soft and sweet and anxious.
Yes.
Like, and he's like thinking about, well, how are we gonna do this and that and this and that and this and that.
Yes.
And I'm like, I see you. I see your little heart.
You're working overtime. You and your brain working overtime, thinking 10 steps ahead. How will this work? What can we do? That melted. I thought that was like one of the more romantic things when he was like thinking, when you saw him thinking and then, talking with Ilya, like scheming, like, how could we make this work? And I was like, oh my God, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I think when you've done enough personal work on yourself, you realize, like, yes, Ilya is hot and sure, I'd hook up with him, but that is not a dateable person in his current state. He has a lot. He has a
A
lot to
lot of
work
work to
on.
do. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
that's so funny that
that's
you
so
I was like,
beautiful.
as you were saying all that, I'm like, "Oh my god, I have a million things I wanna say," but we don't need to
That'll be
everyone's
part two.
talking about it. Yeah.
Yes.
I also don't think it's the next, like, Sex and the City, sorry.
Agreed. Right. Were
I
you
don't
a Sex and the City fan? Were
I
you?
actually watched Sex and the City recently because I recently moved to New York City, and I was like, "I need
Yes.
to, like, be in the know of this show,"
I
like,
was
you know?
I was gonna say you're living your Carrie Bradshaw life right now.
I
Like
am absolutely
having
living like
moved to New York, living it
yeah,
up, meeting people,
yep.
going out, all of that,
Work
like
for
staying up,
myself,
working for
like,
yourself.
just, like yeah, being
Yeah.
messy, like,
Being a
100%.
little messy. Yeah.
Dating emotionally unavailable boys.
A
Yeah, yeah,
100%.
totally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, we can get into Sex and the City heated rivalry
Yes,
until
yes,
we're
yes,
blue in the
yes.
face. But I wanted to bring you on because of this wonderful, beautiful. I mean, this sounds hyperbolic. I know it sounds hyperbolic, but I'm really being earnest here. This like wonderful, beautiful, genius resource that you came up with, this app that you developed. And I'm like, I wouldn't even know the first step into developing an app. So you're like basically a tech genius to me. To me, you're like, oh, you're a tech genius. Like you're a media mogul with a heart of gold, like one of the good ones. So please tell our listeners a little bit about what Everywhere is Queer is and what it hopes to do.
Yeah, so grateful for your inviting me on. Everywhere is Queer. We're the world's largest directory of queer-owned organizations. So not ally-owned, queer-owned. We have over 20,000 queer-owned organizations listed in our free app. It's available locally and globally. Our mission statement is to connect the queer, trans, and ally community to safer spaces locally and globally, all while supporting queer entrepreneurs and queer organizations. I could not be more grateful for the Everywhere is Queer community. It's become this like massive community. This is
Yeah.
something I was not expecting at all. Never thought I'd be working full time for myself. Here we are living in New York City, ready to take it to the next level here in New York. But yeah, our app is free on iOS and Android, available globally. We have 26 different categories on our app. So hair salons, therapists, real estate agents,
Wow.
lawyers, home and commercial improvement. Like we want to connect you with queer people doing things. So many artists. I think tattoo artists is our biggest category.
Okay.
I just found my new hair salon on my app right here
That's
in
awesome.
Williamsburg in
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
I saw that video. Your hair looks great. I mean,
Yeah.
you're wearing a cute little
Thanks.
beanie right now, so I can't
Yeah.
see your hair,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
the haircut looked really good.
Thanks, thanks. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, yeah. What else?
That is hearing about I mean, I can tell that the way that this has evolved and like the feedback that you've been getting,
Oh
it seems like you're kind of surprised at just like how
my
big this
gosh.
has become.
This was yeah.
How did you
It was
envision this? Like, and what's the
yeah.
feedback been like so far?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm from rural Wisconsin. As I said, I grew up in a tiny little town, 10,000 people. Went to university in Colorado, Colorado State University, studied entrepreneurship. That was like not my choice. Like
Mm,
my father was like, "Hey, we'll help you out with a little bit of college if you go to the College of Business and the College of Business
mm.
only." My dad's an entrepreneur himself. Very ironic. He like doesn't he's never it doesn't really support this, but he's like proud I'm an entrepreneur.
Gotcha,
It's
gotcha.
it's kind
So
of
it runs
funny.
in the family, the
Yeah,
entrepreneurial
I guess
spirit, so to
so.
speak. Yeah.
I mean, ever since being like a little kid, I mean, I was selling bedazzled pencils and or yeah, pens in like second grade. Like
Oh,
I
that
was
is
putting
so
all the
cute.
bedazzling at home, selling them probably for like $1, Like I've always been like the next biz was like duct
Yeah.
tape bracelets. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah. Oh.
always like scheming something, you know?
That's so
But
fascinating.
okay,
Even
yeah.
as a kid to have that, what is like to have that kind of know-how to even know if I do this and I can sell it, what do you think that reflected about you as a child at that time?
I don't know. I mean, it more is like it's just like a reflective, like, okay, maybe I am like a born entrepreneur. Like I don't like this is like it's just like it's in my blood. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
for my 8th birthday, all I wanted was a cash register for my birthday. That's all I wanted. I wanted to store my money and I wanted to
Oh,
like be transactional. Like I don't know. I
right,
wanted to like
right.
I would like
That's
have my
adorable.
family like come through my business
Right, of course, of
and like
course.
like to come shop my store,
Come
you know?
support the business. Yeah,
Yeah, like
exactly. The
come
family
support
owned. Yeah,
me. Yeah.
yeah.
Like
That is so cute. I also wonder, and this might be a bit of a stretch, Charlie, so you can
yeah, yeah.
tell me to
Yeah, yeah.
shut up. But
Yeah.
the idea of you, for example, creating these like bedazzled pencils and or creating, bracelets and then selling them to folks, it is a very social it's a very social act. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's very interpersonal. And
Yeah.
that is a way. I'm not saying it's the only way. I'm not saying it's the best way. It is a way of forming community, of connecting with community. You know what I mean? And so I can
100%.
see the through line. Like you as a little
Yeah.
kid being like,
Yeah.
let's sell some bedazzled
Yeah.
pencils. Let's meet some
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Let's make sure my family's going to my shop. And let's make
Yeah.
sure I'm bringing people together. And
Yeah.
then here,
Yeah.
final form, so to speak, everywhere is
Yeah.
queer. I can like see the dots like lining up
Yeah.
in that way.
And I'll give you more. I mean, I just had to make a presentation for a work thing, and I like my superpower is like community building.
Yeah.
And like that's literally what my business is
Mhm.
as I like reflect on it.
Mhm.
But here, I'll give you more. So college, I went to University of Colorado, and in college, I started like 12 clubs,
Oh,
but one of those
wow.
clubs being a yerba mate club, which have you seen those like vibrant yellow cans, the yerba
Yes.
mate? That is not traditionally how you drink yerba mate.
Okay,
But
good to know.
the tradition of yerba mate is you have a gourd and then you have a bombilla and then you pour in loose leaf mate and you pour hot water. I'm so sorry. Can you hear these sirens? Like it's so
No,
New
no, no.
York.
It's New
It's
York.
like
Welcome to New
but
York, baby. Yeah.
but you have your gourd and you pour hot water in it and you pass it around in a circle and you just you sit and you have conversation and you share this one gourd. Like
Oh,
that is how you traditionally drink yerba
wow.
mate. Did
Yeah.
not go well probably with the pandemic,
Right. Fair
but
enough. Fair.
this
Yeah.
is pre-pandemic,
Yeah.
and yeah. So I started a yerba mate club in college. Got a sponsor, like got it was an official Colorado State yerba mate club. Got sponsored by Guayaki, the yerba mate company.
Wow.
I got it sponsored, and so we would get all this free mate. We got all the free gourds. We got all the everything. Like, and I just had weekly like 25 people coming down to sit and like just have conversation and connect.
25 people. That is a
It
big
was like all my
turnout.
friends, but
What?
like, yeah, it was
That's
like, I mean, we had
that's
stragglers coming in here and there, but like, it was really just my friends, so we could yap for
that
an
is
hour.
so impressive. That's
So
all the
like that's
initiative.
me. Like I just yeah, like boom, like built this like your romantic club. Okay, so then this all is gonna lead into everywhere is queer. I'm not just
Okay,
like a side tangent. This is like
please.
all right into how this
We
like
we are buckled in. We will follow you wherever you go, Charlie. We will follow you
right
wherever you
now
go.
we're in Alaska. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, yerba mate club. So then I graduate college and my first job out of college. So I was, of course, like I got on as an ambassador for Guayaki, this yerba mate club,
Okay.
as I started this. And my first job out of college, I got picked like out of the ambassador program of like 2,500 kids. I was chosen for this one role with Guayaki. They gave me a van and I lived 100% travel all of 2019. So January to December, I traveled to 47 of the 50 states, handing out yerba mate on college campuses and managing the ambassador program. So
Whoa.
I was put up in an Airbnb and hotel every single night of my life. And
Holy.
I put 80,000 miles on this van. I took 145 flights in 2019. I traveled all over. And I came out in 2018. So I was recently out, baby gay. And while I was traveling, I wanted to be around queer people.
Yeah.
And I knew at this point, like my college, like I came out like my junior year of college, graduated my first semester senior year. I was not going to gay bars. I don't even know if
Yeah.
there was a gay bar in Fort Collins. Like
Right.
Fort Collins is like 250,000 people. It's not that big of a town. Did not have queer friends. A lot of my friends were straight, which was fine,
Yeah.
but like I didn't have a queer life like yet,
Gotcha.
you know? And so on the road, I was like, I want to meet queer people. I want to put myself around. And like Still to this day, like gay bars are just like not really my scene. I'm
Mhm.
more like I like a queer space.
Mhm.
And so I was always Googling like queer places here, queer places there. And this is definitely where it started to seed the idea of my business.
Yeah.
But then 2021, I went to Brave Trails,
Okay.
which I know we both have
Hallelujah. Shout
experienced.
out Brave Trails.
How
Yeah.
we know each other.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. And leaving Brave Trails in 2021, I was living in Boulder, Colorado at the time.
Okay.
This is now pandemic, but I was driving back to Boulder, 18-hour drive from LA. And all my greatest ideas come in the car. Not sure why, but
Yeah.
like they really like when I'm
It's
driving.
a peaceful moment. It can be, at least, right?
It's
Like
like, yeah, I like
solitude,
to drive. I mean,
you
clearly I drove across the country like
right.
7 million times in
Right.
2019. Like, but I was driving the car and I was like, how you Brave Trails was such a euphoric experience for
Mm.
me. Like being in a
Mhm.
space of 100 queer people,
Mhm.
like was so euphoric. Like people weren't commenting on my voice. Like people just saw me for me. And
Yeah.
like it was just so I felt every brick like or weight like lifted off my shoulder. And it
Totally.
was just like my most authentic self for a week for the first time.
Speaking of inner child work, that I mentioned earlier with Heated Rivalry, I 100% had that experience my first year at Brave Trails too, where I felt like an old wound was healing in a way that it never healed before. I was accessing something like old and relevant and
Mhm.
painful, honestly, in the best way. And I just remember
Yeah.
like crying a bunch at being so
Mhm.
happy, just like
Mhm.
seeing
Mhm.
little queer kids running around and thinking, oh, 13-year-old Omar would have just like been in heaven here. He would have been really anxious and nervous, been quiet,
Mhm.
but he
Yeah.
would have loved to have had this space here.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of like conversations between me and
Yeah.
little Omar that I was having my first year
Same.
there. Yeah, it
Same.
was
Where did
wild.
you grow up?
Here in New York, actually. So
Okay.
Washington Heights as a kid, and then New Jersey as like a tween, and then
Mhm.
college, grad school, and then eventually made my way back to New York. So I was always in like the tri-state area.
Mhm. Nice, nice. So yeah, I was in my car and I was like, how can I create that euphoric experience that I just had
Mm-hmm.
on a global scale?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what can I do to allow the queer and trans community to feel that full weight off their shoulders every
Yeah.
single day? And I was like, I need to connect them to the spaces like we were connected to Brave Trails, the
Mm-hmm.
space that allowed us to feel that way. And I was like, that to me is queer people, being
Yeah.
around queer people. And so I was like, queer owned businesses. And so I literally pulled over my car. I was Googling, I was like, a worldwide map of queer owned businesses. Like, does that exist? And I found like a few localized ones. Like, I found one
Yeah.
for New York City, but it was nothing on like a global scale.
Right.
And it was nothing at like 26 categories. It was like just like bars, restaurants,
Yeah.
retail,
Yep.
it wasn't like therapists,
Right. Right.
And so,
Lawyers. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Contractor. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, all of it. And yeah, so I was like, I think like this is like kind of a good idea.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting in my Boulder apartment, I'm asking all my friends, and I'm like, y'all, do you think like this could like be something? And they were like, I don't know, like I think so. And literally that next week, this was June, July, it was Brave Trails time, like June,
Mhm.
July of 2021. So then over the next few weeks, I'm working full time. I got a new job, but in Boulder, but I did not enjoy my job. But on
Yeah.
the side, I was like, I think this could be something. So I'm like Googling like how to start a business. So like haven't ever started. This is my first business I've taken to market.
Yeah.
That's an
Yeah.
official LLC, and I'm at I like my bedazzled pen was not an LLC.
Gotcha. Missed
Don't tell the IRA,
opportunity.
yeah. I think the $10 I made, they're not gonna catch me. Yeah, so I like made it an official LLC, and I was like, I'm just gonna like try, like
Right.
fuck it,
Sure. Sure.
Sorry, I don't know if you want me starting
No,
or
no,
not.
no, please. You are not
um,
allowed to curse on this
yeah.
podcast. No, it's fine.
But yeah, I did it all in January 2nd, 2022. I just posted my logo to Instagram. Literally, I laugh about the launch of my business. It's
Uh-huh.
literally my logo with a white background. And it's like the caption on Instagram, a worldwide map of queer owned businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And it all started with a website map. So like just everywheresqueer.com.
Mm-hmm.
It was a website map. It was a Google form that overlaid onto Google My Maps.
Okay.
So it was all free to
Yeah.
me. Like I wasn't like paying for a platform, all these things. And then in the first 3, 4 months, I just like kept posting on Instagram and it went super viral.
Yeah. Was that surprising to you that it went super viral? It's not to me, but I'm sure when you're in it,
Yeah.
because you're just working, right? You're just like
Yeah.
putting your head down, getting
Yeah.
this together. This is like your baby, right? So you're just taking
Yeah.
care of it. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, people are paying attention. Like people want this, care about this, need this. I mean, what was it like for that viral moment to happen? What was that like for
Yeah.
you initially?
I mean, it was just like it just went from nothing. Like there was like 50 pins on a map I made the pin design on Canva to like, oh, like I have 45,000 followers on Instagram and like hundreds of queer owned businesses are applying to be on our map weekly, and that hasn't stopped for years.
Wow.
And so like it slowly just like I had these viral moments. Like I called out for queer tattoo artists, and like that video has like 5 million views or something like that today. Like
Phenomenal.
it's big. And if you look on my app anywhere in the world, not anywhere, but most places, you find queer tattoo artists,
Yeah.
I'm starting to see someone from Sao Paulo, and he was like, "Let me look up Sao Paulo." And I'm like, "In Brazil?" And I was like, "Okay, probably not gonna be many."
Okay.
6 queer tattoo artists.
Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that's
We're
just the
just
beginning, baby.
like, we are global, but we're just not known by everyone
Sure.
yet. We're trying. We're really big in the United States.
Yeah.
We're in all 50 states. We have big representation in the United States.
So is
But like
that
Canada, a
sorry
little bit of South America, Central America.
Oh, that's wonderful. So the
Europe.
goal is to expand
Of
globally as much
course.
as possible.
We've always been global from day one.
Yeah.
We're gonna welcome any queer-owned business from anywhere in the world.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Is that is the process to apply?
Yeah.
Oh, please take it away.
That's like no, I was just gonna go into that. Like in a lot of my interviews, I like hit these like top 3 common questions.
Yeah.
Like, how do people join? So yeah, if you're a queer-owned business, you'll apply via the profile tab of our app. It's free to join. It's just a short process. So organizations, we want the owners to apply because we want their consent to be listed on our platform.
Makes sense.
It's them adding themselves. So I only approve. I do not add without like their consent.
Of course.
They are checking a box that they certify they're the owners, that we're a queer owned business. People are like, how do you like certify that they're queer owned? And I'm not like having them submit videos of them kissing a same sex person, like
we're gonna take their word for it. Yeah.
And I mean, like they're certifying, and like, there's bad people out in the world. Like karma's a bitch. Like,
sure.
Like, but like we are gonna take them for their word, and queerness can look however it looks. And I've had so many bisexual people reach out to me and be like, "Hey, I'm bi. I'm dating like the opposite sex, but like I swear I'm bi." And I'm like, "Girl, you get on here. You are a part of the queer community. 100%. Like, yeah."
In my head, I'm imagining people just writing to you, reaching out to you, commenting on your post, just saying, "You don't know how badly I needed this," or "Thank you so much. I didn't know that there was a queer lawyer that I could have used." I mean, I can't imagine the stories you're getting from people, from the connections that you made. Any come to mind? Do any stick out for you?
Yeah. I mean, Omar, I've received some of the sweetest, kindest, most like I've cried. I'm a Sag Cancer. If you're into any of that, I don't know much about it, but that Cancer. I mean, whatever it is, the second one is like my emotions.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
Like sobbing. Like Heated Rivalry, sobbing.
Right.
I'm an emotional man. But I had a hair salon in rural Texas reach out and say, "I've received 15 new clients in 1 month of being listed on your platform. You've completely changed my life, my business, all the people that get to sit and have affirming haircuts in my seat in rural Texas."
Charlie.
It's just like the most beautiful thing ever. Like,
That's
so grateful.
Wonderful. Being involved in making all these super meaningful connections for people and helping someone's business and helping with someone. I mean, this isn't as like emotional, but helping someone maintain financial security and stability is huge for queer people, especially queer people, especially now, to not only help people make connections, but to gain some financial stability is like, holy moly, that's
I mean,
beautiful.
That's it.
Have there been any challenges that have come up for you, or that are
a million?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Can you speak a little bit about some of the challenges? I mean, whatever you feel comfortable.
As a therapist, you run your own business. I mean, I'm sure you understand. Are you like a part of a practice? Are you on your own? Are you independent? Are you just you?
Just little old me. Yeah.
So is my sister. So I understand. Yeah. But yeah, you're running your own little business too. So you understand, like, I would say like figuring out how to financially run a business, like as a whole, like to pay myself a salary, to like to do all of it is really difficult, and but at the same time, like, oh yeah, just like trying to like figure out how to like build this into a financially stable business. I spend the hardest challenge. We're doing it. I'm salaried. We're doing it. Like I pay my developer. I pay 2 other people. They work part-time for me.
Awesome.
Like, but like now to figure out how to just like keep it going, and like how to keep it going is we need to reach the masses of millions of queer and trans and allied people. And, we've had 300,000 people download our app globally, which is like so
300,000 people. Wow. And I'm one of them, just so you know.
You're amazing. If you're listening to this, please go download my app. Give us a 5-star review. We're rocking a 5-star like on the iOS App Store.
Oh, that's so impressive.
I did like things that I've learned. If you have a good rating in the App Store, Apple picks your app and like highlights it and puts you at the top. Like people aren't paying. Like you can pay to promote yourself in the App Store.
Okay.
But actually, you can very holistically get your app. Like so many people are searching for apps in the App Store. I have never done that. I didn't know that was like
a thing.
But the more 5-star ratings you have, the more Apple will push your app to the people that are searching for your app.
Gotcha.
Or like searching for a queer app.
Yes. Yeah. Something like similar, a similar app theme content.
Like they push you. Like that's how I have a friend who developed an app, and it's like in the therapy world, they're trying to connect queer people. Yeah. But they have 1.5 million app downloads, and most of their app downloads have been through just being found in the App Store.
Oh, wow.
Through like, they have like, I don't quote me on this, but like 1,000 plus 11,000. They have an insane amount of like good app ratings. And like we have 500 5-star,
That's phenomenal. So go and
give us a 5-star.
And by doing that, you will be helping other folks who are looking for this type of resource. You'll help them find it. You'll help them access it quicker, easier.
Yeah.
That's really good to know. I never would have thought of that, but it makes perfect sense. It's like this really simple way to make it easier for other people to find you, to find the app, and to find the businesses and resources they're looking for.
And if you have an Android, if you are listening to me and you have an Android, you mother pieces of lead, I love you so much. We made an app for you.
Yay!
And you all are rating my app at 4.7 out of 5.
Android. Together. Step it up, Android.
And go give me a 5-star rating, even if there's a little glitch in the app. Girl, I am one person, one queer developer. I am not backed by Apple. I bootstrapped this company. I have no investors.
Yeah.
One queer developer. I'm not a developer. I was the brains, the idea. I have one queer man in LA who coded this entire app for you.
God bless him.
Be grateful. Volunteered so much of his time.
4.7 Android. Come on. And it's Christmas.
You get shit every day
it's
for
the
having an Android.
Yeah, right.
Like, girls, this is why we give you shit. Okay.
Thank you. No, that Android rant was absolutely perfect. I know you mentioned that there were a lot of queer-owned tattoo artists and tattoo businesses. Have you noticed any gaps in businesses or services the more that you've done this? Are you like really hoping for, we really need to find like queer-owned mechanics? Like,
Yeah.
do any
Yeah.
businesses like that come up for you that you think
Yeah.
about?
Okay, so we welcome online queer-owned organizations. So if
Mm,
you're an artist, if you have an Etsy shop, you don't have to be a registered LLC. But it's been hard to get like bars and like retail. Like we have so many queer-owned bookstores and like we
yeah.
have a retail category
Okay.
and we have a lot of retail spaces. But we have a lot of online queer-owned organizations, which is great,
Yeah.
but I also want to connect queer people to
Based,
spaces,
right. Like physical spaces where they can
And
interact.
I think like small queer owned spaces, they just like don't know about us. Like I as a small queer owned business, I know it is how hard it is to run your business, but I am a tech business, so I'm like sitting at a desk and I'm online at like all hours of the day.
Hmm.
When you're running a bar, you're running a retail space, you're like in your shop, you're like
Yeah, that's true.
moving around. You're not like, yeah, you have like an Instagram or like, like you're running like, but like, yeah. So, it's funny. I just like filtered by bars in New York City
Mhm.
and I think there was like six. And I'm like, there are so many
There's
more queer
way
owned,
more. Yeah.
way many more. Like,
What do you make of that? Is it what you mentioned before? Is that if, when you're running your own bar, for example, you're just in the bar doing the damn thing. You're not necessarily online looking for
yeah.
resources or I can't think of the word right now.
Like advertising
Directories.
though,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like, yeah, like, I don't know if yeah, bars are advertising. I think I got an ad for Exley actually. And like, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I'm just trying to
Fascinating.
like I want more retail spaces. So
Okay.
like if you know people who own queer owned retail spaces or online businesses, if you know anyone who has a queer owned business, tell them to
Of
apply.
course.
It's free to join. They can pay to advertise and like have a featured listing in app. That's how we make our money.
Hmm.
But yeah. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
one. I'm genuinely shocked to hear that you don't have a ton of bars showing up, just because, like you and I both know, there's a gajillion bars
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
feel like that's one of the first spaces people look for when they are traveling, visiting a city, moving to a new city. It's like, oh, what are the queer bar and restaurants? So it's surprising to hear. So this is like the call to action, folks. If you're a queer owned bar, if you have a friend who owns a bar, a queer owned bar, please, please, please reach out to Charlie, go to the app. Again, if I had to guess, a lot of people probably assume like, oh, he's probably inundated with bars. He probably has like a gajillion bars. So
That's exactly what it is.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah, yeah.
bother him. But no, 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 no. The opposite seems to be more accurate. So
Yeah.
please go on there and register your business. Obviously, no matter what business you are, but especially
Yeah.
if you are a retail space or a bar or a restaurant, by all means,
Yeah.
please like reach out. That's
Yeah.
again, that's really surprising to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Along the way, I've noticed through your own Instagram, you've been meeting a lot of these business owners, and that to me just sounds so like heartwarming and wholesome. Like you aren't just sitting at a desk and making this all happen and
Yeah.
mapping it out. You're actually going out there and
Yeah.
meeting a lot of these business owners. How has that been? I mean, I can only imagine just like how
Yeah.
touching and moving that must have been,
Yeah.
but I'll let you say it in your
No,
own
it's so
words.
amazing. It's like these people are, I'm just so proud of like
Yeah.
these queer entrepreneurs and what they're building. And like so many of them are just trying to build a safer space for
Hmm.
anyone who walks through their door,
Hmm.
and in all states. Like our app does not exist in New York and just in New York and LA. Like we're
Right.
in rural Wisconsin. There's a queer owned
Hmm.
coffee shop in the small town I grew up in. I didn't even fucking know until my
Wow.
app,
Oh,
like
wow.
that. And like to think like as a kid, if I knew about that, even as a closeted kid, like to go sit in that queer owned coffee shop and just see queer people exist is why I'm building this. Like
Hmm.
I want people to have that experience. But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean to meet the owners is just like it's just the best. Like,
Yeah. Are
I've
there?
been able to partner with some tourism boards and go all over the
Oh,
country
awesome.
and like, I went to Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
Such a random, like their tourism board reached out and we're like, we want to partner with you and we
Oh,
want to
that's
have you like highlight your own
fantastic.
businesses in like Tucson, Arizona, like I've never been there and so amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are there any business owners in particular that stick out to you just with maybe because they have a particularly interesting business,
Yeah.
or maybe they just
Yeah.
have like a really awesome story? Is there
Yeah.
anyone that comes to mind?
I shout this business out in almost every interview because I really think they're so amazing and they've been a part of EIQ since like day one.
Okay.
Like probably one of the first 100 businesses of over 20,000 now on our platform, but People's Inclusive Welding in Portland, Maine.
People's
They're a welding.
Inclusive Welding. All
Yeah.
right. I did not see that
Okay,
coming.
like never would I ever tell you that I'm going to learn how to weld
Right.
unless it was People's Inclusive Welding with queer and trans people teaching me how to weld.
Work. Wait, I
And like that,
love that. That's really
yeah,
awesome. And then
yeah.
do they also I have I'm about to like to show my hand right now. I know nothing about welding. Do they also
Same.
complete like commissioned welding projects, or is it more
Probably. I don't know. I
okay,
don't know.
yeah. All
But yeah.
right. Yeah.
But it's funny because my dad owns a welding company, and my
Okay.
dad, I'm sure you can pick up, is maybe not, he's not fully supportive of my business and my sexuality. And
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm like, oh, would my father be so proud if I learned how to weld?
Yeah.
you know?
Right. If only, if only.
Well, yeah. But I'm learning from People's Inclusive Welding.
Are you aware of a little bit of the history of how that particular business came to be?
My father's or
The
what
the
or
the
oh, People's
people's
Inclusive.
inclusive, yeah.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I
That
don't
is
know.
fascinating. Just I'm
I
assuming.
know I did an interview with them like a long time ago, like years ago, and I know it was all about like, wanting to create their own space around like, queer community and like,
Yeah. Okay.
in traditional trades industry, like,
Right. That yeah, I mean,
yeah.
because welding is so to me such a specific
Yeah.
niche skill. Really
Yeah, yeah,
cool. I
yeah.
mean, really, really cool. It always seemed out of my reach, so to speak. What the
Percent.
world of welding, I was like, oh, that's probably not for me. So next time I'm in Portland, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out
Yeah,
and
yeah. And
weld a little
I'll shout
something.
out another. I mean, now we're gonna go Portland, Oregon. That was Portland, Maine,
Man,
but
okay.
Portland, Oregon, there's a company called Rent a Butch.
Rent a
And
bunch. I'm writing
and
this
they'll come
down.
and like they'll hang your mirror, they'll fix this, they'll do that, like again, trades industry, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So
fantastic.
amazing. Yeah.
One of the things that a lot of queer people struggle with while traveling is feeling safe. How much of your own personal experiences in traveling would you say has influenced Everywhere is Queer? And how much of your own memories, how much do you think about your own
Yeah.
history as you're working on this project, as you're developing this
Yeah.
massive, like
Yeah.
global resource?
Yeah. Like I don't say this lightly, but like queer community has like gotten me to where I am, has saved my life. Like it
Hmm.
is like queer community is what has allowed Charlie to flourish
Mm,
and like to be around queer people. My experiences of walking into rooms with queer people is when Charlie was like, "Oh, I can like be the gay man, the gay queer kid, like
yeah,
human that I am,
yeah,
like I can be my most authentic self. Like
right.
I'm a yapper.
Yeah.
Like I've always been like girls like we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
I was like with the girls at recess, like we were like running, like our
Your
businesses.
Yerba
Like
Mate Club.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I was like I'm a yapper and like yeah, so 100%. I mean, did I
Yeah.
answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, I think about my own traveling experiences whenever I see your app like on my phone or whenever I see you post something. I can't help it, for better or for worse, I can't help but think about all the things that I've made traveling with my boyfriend either really, really wonderful and magical and special and safe, or kind of dicey or a little concerning or a little. He's a lot more, I'm going to say brave. I was going to say like unaware, but I'm going to say brave. I am much more like scanning a room
Yeah.
when we're together and like scanning my environment and who's
Yeah.
looking at us and if we're
Yeah.
holding hands,
Yeah.
who's watching and how
Yeah.
how close is that man walking
Yeah.
behind us
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I am constantly assessing for potential threats and he's much more
Yeah. Yeah.
like just holding my hand and like la 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 so
Yeah.
which is lovely but it
Are
would
you a Capricorn?
Pisces.
Pisces.
But
Okay.
I'm a Libra moon, which I
Okay. Okay.
think, oh, Taurus. Libra moon, Taurus rising. I don't know
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
So the Taurus is what you're probably picking up on, because I've gotten that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm constantly scanning. And so seeing an app like this, it's just like nice to know, oh, there's a resource for when we're traveling, for when we're out and about, where we can like let our guards down just a little bit more. And it's one of the reasons why we look for gay bars and gay spaces when we are traveling, because we can hold hands, we can like kiss without being like super uncomfortable, or without my eye constantly scanning the room to see like, is someone getting upset or not? And so this is just like another way of making traveling safe, you know what I mean, for queer people,
100%.
which is just like
100%.
this like touches on so many important things that queer people are looking for.
Deserve is to feel safe.
Yeah, for real.
Like ridiculous, but I'm like, we need this.
You're definitely going to heaven if there is one. You're doing God's work.
So
Charlie.
funny. When I came out to my family, my grandma's like, "Well, you're going to hell," and I was like, "Well, if I'm going to hell, then all my friends are going to hell." And I was like, "I'm going to hell then."
And it's going to be
like,
a party. Yeah. Guess what? They're streaming Heated Rivalry in hell. I'll tell you that much. Exactly. Where can people find you, Charlie, if they wanted to either apply their business, if they wanted to like register their business, or just like support you? Where can folks find you?
If you own a queer-owned business, you'll apply via the profile tab of our app. It's free to join. If you follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Everywhere's Queer, and YouTube, we're like slowly growing that.
Oh.
And then join our email subscriber list. There's about 100,000 people on my email subscriber list, and we highlight 10 queer-owned businesses every Tuesday and Thursday. And we also do some like solo interviews. And so like my email subscriber list, like my emails are like pure queer joy and like highlighting queer-owned businesses. So like if you want to discover and shop and support queer-owned organizations, join our email list via our website, which is everywheresqueer.com. There's some incredible blogs on our website. I've done some one-on-one interviews with queer-owned businesses, and it's like way deeper dives about them. So if you want to like read about queer entrepreneurs, read the blogs. Yeah.
You're so inspirational. I want to like start something. I don't even know what I'm like. I want to do something now. So Charlie, there's one question that I ask every guest by the end of each episode. And that is, what is one piece of advice or wisdom that you have gotten or learned from the mental health world that you take with you everywhere you go, that is like at the core of how you navigate the world? So this can be something you learned in your own therapy, a podcast, a friend's therapist, your sister, something from the mental health world that is at the core of your being. What would that be?
Yeah, I had a therapist tell me one time, and this was like based on me, you know, this is like and who I am, but I think that this could relate to others. But the more direct you are, the less anxious you are. And for me, the more direct I am, when I'm like in my head, like, oh, did he like mean that? Did he mean this? Did he mean that? Ask him. Did you mean that? Did you mean this? Oh, well, then all that anxiety is gone because I just got the answer that I needed.
Oh,
you know?
My gosh, Charlie, you have no idea how many people this is going to help. This is
really like the moment, like, I mean, not every single thing in your head that comes through, you don't need to ask about it, but like those highly anxious moments, like ask, like it's going to be hard. Hard conversations are hard, but like, and like, know that the truth hurts. Like sometimes you're going to get an answer that hurts. And like, that's like, but now you know.
But now you
know. Now you know.
And now you can heal from whatever pain it caused, or you can move forward, leaving that behind. 100%. You have no idea how many times I'm rooting for and encouraging my own clients or friends to just like ask the uncomfortable question. Just seek clarity. You are allowed to seek a little bit of clarity. And I know it's uncomfortable, but you deserve to know what's going on. You absolutely deserve to know. Oh, Charlie, that's 100%. So helpful. That's really, really helpful. And
I've been going on some dates in New York, and I've had 2 guys so far on dates one guy in the first like 10 minutes, he's like, okay, you're so direct. And I was like, okay, sorry. Sometimes I'm a little like I'll chill. I'm like, they're like, are you a New Yorker? I'm like, no, but
Yeah.
I think I fit in well over here.
Yeah, you
I'm
do.
like,
Yeah, you do. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again for joining us. Thank you for building this platform and the app
that you're doing.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
important.
And yeah, now that you're officially a New Yorker, we'll hang out somewhere soon.
Absolutely.
There's like a queer line dancing event that happens in all over Manhattan and Brooklyn, but I think there is one in Bushwick specifically, I want to say. We should go to that one day because I've been looking for someone to go to one of those with me.
Open to it, something I've never done. So
Yeah,
I mean,
same.
yeah. And I'm also going to shout out No Straight Plans. Have you heard of this in New York?
Straight Plans.
Straight Plans.
No, I'm writing this down.
Okay, it's a Substack, and it's queer events happening in New York City. And it's this has nothing to do with Everywhere is Queer.
Okay.
But they send out an email weekly with 500 plus queer events happening in New York City weekly.
Holy shit. Okay.
500 plus queer events. And it's all the boroughs. So like you can filter to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like hundreds of events happening in Brooklyn.
That is so good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
wow.
called No Straight Plans.
I mean, and resources like this.
Yeah.
And like your resource. I mean, yeah, this is what I love to share with clients who are looking to make friends and to meet people. So this is
Stay tuned.
This is going to help my practice. That's
we're trying to get them in our app. So
a little
let's
collab situation.
Yeah, I think an events side like of our app is in the future.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I love that you're a yapper, and I don't think you're too direct for what it's worth. So, so keep up the good work.
I don't think it's a bad thing. That was like offensive to me.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're like, all right.
I'm glad that my therapy work is.
I was gonna say therapy's working. That means therapy is working. Yeah, exactly.
It's working.
Thank you again for sharing with our audiences. Like, check out Charlie Everywhere is Queer. 5-star ratings, please.
5-star ratings,
especially if you have an Android. You have some work to do. Android users.
Text your Android. I know that you have Android friends.
Yeah.
So text your friends.
Yeah, the green bubbles. Text all those green bubbles and let them know. All right, everybody. As you know, I am a therapist, but this podcast is no substitute for good old-fashioned therapy. So take what's useful, leave the rest, and don't forget, therapy makes you hotter. Bye.